And we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo, and today is Tuesday, February 23rd. So we are in the last week of February, coming into March, which will be the last month of the first quarter of 2021. Believe it or not, we are coming to the end of the first quarter of 2021. Where's this year going, right? Hey, cha-ching! Sold a pair of jeans. Welcome in, everyone. So tonight is going to kind of just be talking about reselling full-time. I am going to open up the floor for Ask Me Anything. So I did kind of advertise the show a little bit earlier than I normally do today in the Facebook group and on social media, so everyone had a chance to, if they wanted, think about questions that they have that they may want to bring with them to the show so that you guys can ask questions. Sometimes when I open up the show for Ask Me Anything, it's crickets and people don't have questions. So I do have kind of some things I want to touch upon when it comes to reselling full-time, just in case. So we have something to talk about. So I'm not just sitting here waiting for questions. But if we don't get to what I want to talk about, that's okay too, because I'm here to answer questions tonight mainly. Welcome in, Terry. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Pete. Welcome in. So we'll just wait for some folks to get in like usual before we get started. But if you do miss any portion of the show or if you come in late, you can always watch the replay on YouTube. The live shows always upload to YouTube for you to watch later if you missed it or you want to watch it again. Hey, Carrie Berry, welcome in. So, yeah, it is the last week of February. So we got 1 month left of Q1, and I'll remind you as we get towards the end of March again, but make sure that you're using your eBay coupons. If you have a store subscription, use those coupons for your free supplies. They will expire. They don't roll over. So get your free stuff. Get your free stuff. It's free. Hey, Sharon, welcome in. Deb is here again. Hey, welcome. Beth's here. George is here. So hopefully everyone had a chance to brainstorm or even, off the cuff has questions they want to ask about reselling full-time. Because this is going to be on the fly and you guys may ask me questions that I don't know the answer to, just offhand. I'm thinking like if you guys ask me tax questions or things like that. If you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to offhand, I can jot them down and then find you the answer, get you the answer, and put it in the Facebook group later. Deb says, oh gosh, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, I haven't used mine yet either, which is bad. I need to, because once upon a time, one time only did I ever forget to use my coupon. And it was really my own fault because I was reminding everyone in the group and I was reminding you guys and I just didn't use it. And I was so mad at myself. Let me just tell you. Hey, I buy, sell sparkles. Welcome in. Lucky Charm. Wendy is here. Amy's here. Welcome in. So yeah, use your coupons. It's free. Even if you think eBay has the crappiest supplies, who cares? They're free. They are free. You're not paying for them and you can use them. Free is free is free. All right, guys. So this is Ask Me Anything, reselling full-time. Put your questions over there and I will get to as many as I can. And in the meantime, I have 2 sections of stuff I want to talk about. So I have some bullet points I want to get to as far as common misconceptions about reselling. And most of the bullet points that I want to hit as far as the common misconceptions are going to be tough love. These are going to be hard for some of you to hear, and they're going to be a little bit rough. But then the second section is all positive stuff. Reasons why I love being a reseller, reasons why you should all love being resellers, and we'll end on that tonight before I leave. So while this might get in between and around your questions, it might get into some tough subjects, some tough love, some things that are hard for you guys to hear. we will definitely end on a positive note in all of the wonderful rainbow glitter farts reasons why it's great to be a reseller. When I list jeans, do you have best offer as well as free shipping? I have both on everything. Well, no, I shouldn't say everything. Let me. All first class items and jeans in our store have free shipping. However, free shipping is not free. It is built into the price. So keep that in mind, that free shipping is technically not free. It is built into the price. We do have best offer on everything. And we do, we price high to begin with, higher than comps usually on the higher end. And then we add 25% in addition to that. Then we run sales and we have best offer. So for instance, let's say I comp American Eagle jeans, and most folks are selling those either 18 free ship or let's say 10 plus 8 ship, right? Because that's about the same. So I'm going to sell mine at 20 free ship because that's higher. So then I'm going to list mine for $25. I'm going to run a 20% off sale, which puts them at 20. And then I'm going to have best offer. I'm going to be willing to go down to that 18 that most people are listing them at, but hopefully I'm going to sell them at 20. Don't be afraid to tack all these things on. These are questions I get all the time. How can you do a sale and best offer and free shipping? Well, number one, free shipping isn't free, so that should be built into your price. You should be pricing high enough in order to run sales and best offers, so you should be pricing above the price that you want so that you can run sales and do offers. It's the same on Poshmark as well. If you want $40 for a pair of jeans on Poshmark, you should be listing them around $50 so that you can do the best offers. If you actually, your bottom line on a pair of jeans is $20, don't list them at 20 and then run 20% off and have best offer on them because you're never going to get your bottom line. Beth loves her free coupon. I do too. I get the tissue paper. I love to use that, especially for like the plushies, the bigger plushies that I send in the boxes, the ones that weigh over a pound that they pay calculated shipping on, shoes, things like that. In boxes, I love to use the tissue paper. Good morning. It's evening here, but good morning to you, OP. Lives perfectly in starting a daily bullet journal has helped me increase sales and organize. Good to hear. You're absolutely welcome for all the information. And I'm actually happy to hear that you have started a bullet journal because they do absolutely 1,000 million trillion% make a difference. I promise you guys. Even if you don't want to get a journal and do stickers and markers and colored pens and all of the fancy stuff, even if you just want to go to Walmart and spend 25 cents on a spiral bound notebook and just write a list in it every night for the next day, it'll still make a huge difference in your life. I promise. Unicorn glitter farts. Yes. Unicorn rainbow glitter farts. That's the fluffy part of our job. Hey guys, say hi to Bill and Dave there. Gnome and the Frog with the wrench. Moderators here on the channel as well as very good friends of mine listing sneakers. I have a pile of shoes. They're I don't want to. I said I was going to photograph them on Saturday, and then I said I was going to photograph them on Monday, and they're still in a pile out there. Don't like shoes. Hey, Cherry Picker, welcome in. Thanks for showing up. That is the perfect formula for jeans. Yeah, it gives room for your offers. It gives room for your sales. That is another reason why I preach to list high. It's not just to avoid the fast nickel and the race to the bottom, which I hate, but it gives you room. It gives you room. It absolutely gives you room to do all of the things that you should be doing. Kitten Caboodles, you can't do this by yourself. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are connecting with folks within the reselling community. Number one, I would absolutely recommend that you join our Facebook group. It's free. It's called the Flippin Hippos Reseller Group. Maybe the boys, Bill and Dave, can throw a link over there for you to join. It's a really good community in there. A lot of resellers in there that are very, very supportive. You can ask questions. You can come in on days that you feel down when you need support and get that support that you need. I would also recommend that you get on Instagram and start following people and get people to follow you and start connecting. If you have no support in your personal life or in your home life as far as reselling, because it can be very lonely, you need to be connecting in the community. You need to be reaching out within the reselling groups. And I can honestly say, not just because it's my group, but because of the people that are in my group, my group is probably the most positive and uplifting group on Facebook right now. So be in there, be on Instagram, but make the connections with other folks, make some friends, and it will definitely help. I promise. You can join mentor groups too, but you need to be in the community somehow, connecting with other people. There's a lot of people that feel that way, believe it or not. So connecting will help. Wendy charts listings on a calendar. Yep, I put little tick marks in my bullet journal, but same idea. Probably going to do a March listing challenge. No, I'm going to. It's not probably. I like it so much. I'm going to continue it. So stay positive. Just stay positive and connect with others. That's absolutely my recommendation. There's the link for the group. A 10-10 rule. 10 listings, 10 cross-posting, relist, send offers, and YouTube. Your steps. Well, thank you so much. All right, guys, some common misconceptions while I wait for some more questions to come in. As far as reselling, and I know that a lot of us already know this, but there are new resellers that come in all the time. Beanie Babies and black diamond VHS tapes. They're not going to help you retire. They're not going to pay for your children's college. They're not going to make you millionaires overnight. They're just not. So stay away from the Beanie Babies. Stay away from the black diamond VHS, okay? Ixnay on the Beanie Babies Bay. How do you stay motivated for slow months? I have many different tricks to stay motivated. One of those is I have set routines and set goals. I talk about those in a lot of my bullet journal videos, but if you have specific goals that you are working towards and specific to-do lists and routines that you stick to all the time, whether things are good or things are slow, and you have a bullet journal or some kind of calendar or schedule that you're sticking to, it's easy to stay within that routine no matter what. So if you get up every day and you do your work every day in the same order, you can stick within that routine, whether things are great or things are bad, because you can stay. It's almost like being on an autopilot. So let's say you get up every morning and you take a shower, you get coffee, you sit down, you do your listings, you do your photos, you do your shipping, and you do all this stuff in the same order every day. And that's your work routine. It gets to a point where that becomes autopilot and it becomes natural to do that in the same order every day. So whether it's Christmas time and you have 50 orders, or now and you have 3, you just do it. You just keep doing it. Another way to stay motivated is to participate in challenges, be a part of the community, start cross-posting, get multiple streams of income coming in so that when eBay sucks, at least something's going on Poshmark. At least your money's coming in from your affiliate links or your YouTube. Just kind of all of those things add in. But I would say the number one way to continue to stay motivated and keep moving forward is always have a goal that you're working towards, and always have those routines in place that you do all the time, no matter what. So we have a 99-cent average cost of goods on our bread and butter jeans. So that's going to be different for most people. That's just an example that I gave off the top of my head, because we do have a 99-cent cost of goods for a lot of our jeans that we get from the Goodwill on 99-cent Sundays. We also do really big bulk wholesale buys where we get cost of goods for $1, $2 a piece. You can also order stuff from ThredUp. I believe the average cost of goods on those is like $1.60, $1.75, depending if you have a free shipping code with them or not. But you don't have to sell them for 18. You can put them up for 20 and wait out the 20. You can put them up for 22 and take a best offer of 20. You can not do American Eagle. You can do higher priced bread and butter plus sizes. You can do 14 plus shipping, things like that. And having, let me address the greedy part. Wanting to increase your bottom line and wanting to make more profit so that you have more capital to reinvest in your business is never greedy. And don't let anyone tell you that. A couple of years ago, I was accused of being greedy. Not like it was a big thing or anything, but I did a video on increasing your bottom line, and someone had left a comment on the YouTube video that I was greedy, and I did address it then, and I'll address it now. Wanting to increase your bottom line, wanting to make more profits that you can turn into capital, wanting to make more capital so that you can buy more inventory to make more profits, to pay off more of your debts, to pay more of your bills, to purchase more things for your children, or to invest in a bigger home, or to, I already said pay off your debts, right? To buy things for your family or your friends. It's never a bad thing. I don't think it's greedy to want to make more profits, because more profits inevitably usually turn into more capital that you reinvest in your business. But even if it just turns into more profits that you help yourself by paying off your debts or help your family, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not greedy. But if you're paying, $7 for jeans at your Goodwill and they never have sales, then clearly you're not going to buy bread and butter jeans. Yes, having savings is important too. I've addressed that in a lot of videos about having savings. If you're going to go full time on reselling, you probably want to have 6 months to a year of all of your expenses saved up before you even think about quitting your job. You want to have 6 months to a year saved up. I've also mentioned Dave Ramsey on this channel a million times. He has a really good method of paying off your debt, and he mentions saving up 6 months to a year of expenses and having an emergency fund. But you shouldn't quit your job to do this full time until you have a minimum of 6 months. I say like a year saved up, and then you should also be already making enough money that you're replacing your paycheck. So it's not just having that money saved up. You should have that money saved up in your bank to cover 6 months of your expenses, but you should also at the same time be making enough reselling that you can cover your paycheck. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat from Terry. The listing challenge and the Facebook group have been such an amazing help. I'm having consistent sales. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Denise made it live. Welcome in. Welcome in. I think we have a troll in the house. Patrick says, thanks for your advice. I plan on joining more reselling groups. Yeah, the more you connect in this community, the more you make those connections, the better off you are. I like the idea of subscribing to paid mentor groups because then I'm held accountable. I can understand that. I personally wouldn't pay for stuff like that, but I can understand that. It's kind of like the people, I would never pay for a gym, but there's people that need to pay for a gym because they need to be accountable to go to the gym because they're paying for it. Yeah, I absolutely understand the mentality. My bottom line on a naked, plain Build-A-Bear is $18, and I don't even comp them anymore. So if I have like just a plain dog or bear, if you comp them, you will see that there are turds who list them for, this is my new sarcastic thing I love to say. They'll list their Build-A-Bears for $2 with free shipping, and act now and I'll include a free $20 bill in the package too. It's like they want to give them away and pay the people to take them. But I always list mine around $18 or $19. So, and I get it. So that's what I do. I don't even bother comping them anymore. And if they have something unique about them, it goes up from there. Beth, the hardest part of getting ready to move is making the move to move. We haven't even started really getting ready. So procrastination. You're talking to the people that don't file their taxes until April 14th. Oh my goodness. I'd say downsizing has been probably the hardest. We've been downsizing a lot. But see, listen, Beth, I'm going to put your question up. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I personally have moved from Arizona to North Carolina, from North Carolina to Arizona, from Arizona to Pennsylvania, from Pennsylvania to Arizona, and from Arizona to Pennsylvania. That many times in my life. Moving is nothing to me. So I will put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off, and it ain't hard to me. So, I mean, we're looking at a J month because we want to move when it's warm. So that's June or July. It ain't nothing but a thing. It ain't nothing but a chicken wing. We're just downsizing at the same time that we're buying wholesale and listing it. I don't really... It's nothing to me. I know that some people look at us and they're like, you guys are crazy. You're still buying stuff and listing it. But I'm like, it's going in totes. How easy is it to move a tote? I've moved across the country so many times in my life. I don't think it's hard. So there hasn't been a hardest part. The hardest part is the part where we keep having to put it off because of my court case with my whole workers' comp thing with my back and case family. That's the hardest part. Profits are better than wages. I don't take offers lower than 15. Yeah, typically I won't go lower than 15 or 16 either. It depends. Sometimes they have like the smaller ones or whatever. I do offer if they weigh less than 16 ounces. They're first class, yep. I do. In fact, Denise, I have a nifty little website now. I've moved up in the world. I'm fancy. I'm typing it in. There you go. We are in the Pittsburgh area right now. So I was born and raised in Arizona, but I've lived in North Carolina, and I've moved back and forth across the country several times in my life. But current, we're in the Pittsburgh area. And I'm not happy here. So, all right. Some other common misconceptions while we wait for some more questions and comments to come in. You got to pay your taxes and you have to report your taxes. I think I touched upon this in another video. But even if you're just a hobby seller, you have to report your earnings to Uncle Sam. Just think of it along the lines, if you only worked 10 or 15 hours a week at Walmart or Target for just some extra money, you'd have to still report that. So even if you only sell a couple of items, a couple $100 a week, you still have to report it. It's a rule. It's a law. It's the IRS, and you don't want to mess with them. I think a lot of people come into this thinking that it's going to be easy and they're going to get rich quick and they're going to not have to work very hard. I think some people think they're going to come into this and it's just going to be like glamorous and thrifting all the time and shopping, and that's all they're going to have to do. And that's just not the way it is. You will be thrifting a lot. You'll be sourcing and thrifting and yard selling and estate selling and church shopping. You're not going to be shopping for churches, but when the church sales, wholesales, all those things. But you're going to have to do accounting, and you're going to have to list and take photos and do inventory, and you're going to have to do shipping, and you're going to have to do customer service, and you're going to have to do, there's just a lot more stuff. I'm just really tired tonight, but there's a lot of stuff to this. You wear a lot of hats. I'm just trying to think of everything that I personally do in a day. There's just a lot of back end stuff that you just have to do. You've got the customer service. There's the shipping. You have to deal with returns and if I'm missing something. But there's just so much to this job that is just so much more than thrifting. And it's hard. It's not easy. And you have to work a lot. And it's not get rich quick. You got to put a lot of work in before you really start to see profits and stuff. Grandbabies are important though. That has a lot of variables to it. So if it's like a little 3-inch plush that weighs an ounce, probably like $7-8. If it's a cheap remote that we got in a wholesale lot and we've already made our money back and we're just selling for all the remotes for profit, $7-8. But if it's a Build-A-Bear, $15. If it's a pair of jeans that's like 14-15 ounces and it's pushing the weight, $15. There's variables. It depends on how much it weighs, what the item is. Was it part of the wholesale purchase that I've already made all of our money back on and now we're just profiting? How big is it? There's a lot of variables that goes into that question. It's a very good question, but you almost have to look at each item individually and decide that and kind of make the decision. Photographing, research, comps. Thank you so much. Measuring. But see, everyone tries to do it. And by the way, welcome in, Pam A. I saw you sneak in there. I think a lot of times not everyone, but a lot of everyone's, it feels like everyone tries to do it. And then I think a lot of people get mad because it's not what they thought it was going to be. So there's a now my brain has just decided, hey, you're tired. Let's turn off. It's like it's Friday night or something. It's like it's the end of the week. There's the tax exemption license you can get that proves your business, that you can go when you're outsourcing and you can show it to folks and you ain't got to pay. Oh my gosh, that was really bad English. I'm sorry. You can show it to people and you don't have to pay sales tax. You can get that if you choose to or not. And then you can register yourself as a sole prop or an LLC if you choose to, which you should at least be a sole prop. I think it just makes it easier tax time. But the other one's up to you. I just started selling plush and I have to hide them. I hear that all the time, or from the dogs. I know that all the time. Or I hear that. Look, you guys, I should have taken a nap before my show. People are always joking around about how they have to hide them from their kids, their grandkids, the dogs. So funny. It's so funny. Plush are just hilarious. Plush sellers are hilarious too. I think it takes a very special type of person to sell plush. And I feel like we all Come on, admit it. We all talk to our plush. We sing to them. We do fun things with them. Yeah, so ginger tea. You'll hear this from people all the time, and it's so funny. You'll hear, like, I'm going to use Megan Mawhinney. I know she's not here, but I'm going to use her as an example because she's been on this channel as a guest so many times. So she'll come on as a guest, and we'll be talking about jeans, and I'll say, oh, I love selling Jennifer Lopez. I do so well with her jeans. And Megan's like, I can't pay people to take her jeans out of my store. I cannot sell her jeans for the life of me. And I'm like, I can't keep them in my store for longer than a week when I list them. And then she'll mention a brand like Cabi, C-A-B-I, that she can't keep in her store, and they fly off the shelf. And I'm like, I can't give those away. And it's funny because you can go from one reseller to the next, and you'll find that what sells really well for one reseller might not for the next. It's really funny. But yeah, it's this weird phenomenon. My dogs stare at my plush. Now that it's getting warmer, I can kick them outside. That's so funny. They think they're toys. They, every dog, I think, when they see a plush, they think, that's for me. Hey, Jade, welcome in. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. Yeah, realistic plush is really a good seller. Organization of items. Oh, yeah, we also have to be stock boys. That's another hat we have to wear. We have to be able to organize our inventory, know where it is and go pull it and all that good stuff. We also have to be a laundromat. Yeah, and you know what? Years later, we're still reorganizing. I think every time we get to where we're growing a little bit more, or we get to a point where we're downsizing again, we have to reorganize. We were just up there Saturday reorganizing our plush again. And that happens like 2 or 3 times a year. We have to go through our inventory and reorganize it and double check it and go through it. I think it's with everybody. So we all misconceived in the beginning how this was going to be, and then you figure out a way that works for you and you have to redo it. But I think even the veteran sellers, I think every couple of months, at least twice a year, we're like, oh, it's time. We got to do this. We got to go through this again and reorganize. Me and the hippos, we hang out. We have conversations. And I talk to the plush. Aww. The dog took the plush. So the other thing, I think, this is the tough love part. This is the part that's being actually not even just reseller. Being self-employed, being your own boss, being a small business owner, it's not for everyone. And some folks just have to figure that out. Some people just have to figure it out, and it's unfortunate. But it takes a certain type of person to be self-driven and motivated enough to work from home and to get up every day and have that drive and the ability to consistently work, stay on a schedule, and do what needs to be done, and be able to micromanage themselves and be their own boss. Some people just can't do that, and some people need to go to a place every day outside of the home and clock in and have a person that isn't themselves, a boss, tell them and micromanage them. This is what you're doing today. This is what I need you to do. These are your tasks. This is your job. And that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't look down on anybody that is not capable of being self-employed or being a small business owner. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with those people. I think that they're just built differently than I am. They have a different, like, genetic makeup, or a different way of thinking, or just like a different I can't think of the word I want. I want to say like the way their brain is built, the way they conceptually see the world, the way they are genetically made. They need a boss. They need to go somewhere every day out of the house in order to feel like they can be productive. They have to be in a building at a place at a certain time and do their job. Also, I think some people, to be able to feel fulfilled, need to be outside of the house and helping people. So there's nothing wrong with people who can't be self-employed or can't work from home. There's plenty of people out there like doctors and nurses, and what I used to do for a living, I was a nurse's aide and a caregiver. I wouldn't have felt fulfilled for all those years if I wasn't helping people. So there's nothing wrong with it, but being the type of person that can be in your comfort zone. This is our home. So most people think of their house as the place where they go to relax, where they go to watch TV or do reading, video games, all the things that we do with our hobbies. This is now the place where we have to work. And a lot of people don't have that ability to kick themselves in their butt and do it. So this isn't for everyone. And somebody said mindset, which is a good word. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. And you just have to recognize that and go back to the workforce. It's just how it is. I don't have a video on how I organize my plush. I have a video on how I do the clothing inventory. Because the plush is just kind of in bags with numbers on them. It's really not anything extraordinarily special. If they're small plushies, they go in bins with numbers. And if they're medium plushie, they go in bags with numbers. And then in the SKU line on eBay, it either says bag 1 or bin 1 or, nothing special. If they're ginormous, we have a spare bunk bed put together. Don't ask. We have a spare bunk bed put together upstairs that they go on. We have an entire 3rd floor dedicated to inventory. We have a Victorian house that we live in. I would buy 10 million more wholesale remote loads and never touch another piece of clothing if I could. I would probably even give up plush. If you told me that I could just buy a pallet of remotes every single month and just sell them off wholesale, and list a couple on eBay, and then just do plush for fun on the side, and maybe some jeans here and there, because I really do enjoy listing jeans. I do like jeans and plush. But if I could just get like wholesale remotes in here, and that could be like it, and then just plush for enjoyment, that'd be all I do. Remotes are the best. Yeah, we've done 3 wholesale pallets bulk. Well, there was 10 pallets in the last one. Yeah, we've done. Yeah, I can't express it. There's no words. I'm so excited. I love remotes. I love remotes. Yeah, the insurance thing is, I was sure somebody would come with that question tonight. So the insurance thing is kind of icky and iffy. Some people who do this full time still have a spouse or a partner who they can get on with at their job. There are several insurance companies out there that you can get on and pay for. I know, I can't remember the name of it, but the one that Casey has is pretty inexpensive, actually. I'm still wrapped up into the one that I have with Max Employer. It's a whole big complicated mess. Sorry, my throat's dry. Until the whole litigation thing's over with. But you can get insurance that you pay for on your own. They have some that are sliding scale. So if you make, 6 figures reselling, you might be paying a little bit more. if you only make $20,000 a year on eBay, you might be paying a little bit less. You test your remotes by turning on the camera on your phone, and then you point the remote at it and push buttons. And if this lights up, then the remote works. Does that make sense? Probably not. It never makes sense when I explain it. You just turn your camera. I don't have any remotes down here right now either. You just turn your camera on and you point the remote at it, and the light will come on. It'll light up. I have discovered my cat loves them. Aww. Cats that like pine cones. That seems like super duper cute to me. Okay, I got one more mean tough love thing to say to you guys. And then I'm going to talk about positive stuff, okay? If you're not successful or you haven't improved from where you were, say, a year ago, 6 months ago, but you still refuse to change, can you guess why you aren't successful? Because you refuse to change. I have people. Why did I throw that over there? My positive notes are on there. I have people who have emailed me, let's say back in 2017, 2018, asking for help. Whether they were just asking me a simple question or they actually paid for a store review. They paid me their hard-earned money to do a store review. And I did a store review, or I answered their question. And I told them exactly what they needed to do to improve. And it's now 2021. So whether this happened in 2018 or 2019, it's now been 2 to 3 years later. And some of these same people are coming back to me with the same question or wanting a second store review and wanting to pay me again because things haven't improved. And they didn't do anything. So here's my tough love. If you ask someone for help and they tell you exactly what you can do to fix the problem, or if you pay for a store review and they say, hey, here's what you're doing wrong, why don't you try doing it this way? And 2 years later, you're still doing it your way because you absolutely refuse to change or try something new or take their advice to heart or try it. And you go back to them and you say, I'm still not making sales. I'm still not successful. What am I doing wrong? Gee, I don't know, Karen. It's because you're still doing what you were doing 3 years ago when you came to me for help the first time. And you didn't try anything that I told you to do. You still have a dark background and you still have whatever. Listen. And it's not just me. You could be asking anyone for help. If you ask someone for help and they tell you what you're doing wrong, try it. Listen. Try it. Just listen and try it. The worst that can happen to you is that nothing changes and you can go back to your fuddy-duddy old ways and tell everybody to get off your lawn and you don't have to change, right? But if you don't try it, you don't know. But you can't sit there 2 and 3 years later and say, I still ain't making any sales. Get off my lawn. I won't change for nobody. That's my rant. And you guys would be surprised at how many people pay me for store reviews and don't implement anything I advise them to do. And my store reviews are very, they're very detailed. Like you get a detailed little thingy and you get to ask questions like expressively for you in your situation, and it's try this and try that and try this and try that, and 2 years later it's like I gave you 6 things to try. I shouldn't, but listen, listen, Karen. All right, I'm done ranting about that. Just listen. I'm not done because I just added just listen. If you ask somebody for help, I really was going to say the F word, but for all that is holy in this world, just try what they ask you to do. And if it doesn't work and they were wrong, put it back the way you like it. And you can even go tell them you were wrong if that will make you feel better. You were absolutely wrong. But I don't know. Okay, we're going to talk about positive stuff now. Why do I love reselling full time? I wrote this word 5 times on this piece of paper. Freedom. 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 Freedom, freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. 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 That is the biggest reason I love reselling full time and working from home. Freedom. Yeah, listen, Linda, but I would say listen, Karen. Freedom is the number one reason. I get to make my own hours. So, I get to wake up when I want. I get to go to bed when I want. I get to work around my doctor's appointments, any court hearings I have, any physical therapy I have, and I don't have to check with anybody. I don't have to go to a boss or a supervisor. I just decide on my own, hey, I have physical therapy tomorrow at 3 p.m. Oh, by the way, I get to choose when my physical therapy is based on how I want to work my work around it too. So I make everything in my life based on how I want it to be. Any appointments I have are based on, well, I want to sleep in and I like working better in the afternoon, so I'll make my appointment around that. I choose when I grocery shop. I choose when my appointments are. I choose if I want to work in the evening, morning, or afternoon. I choose my days off. I choose what days of the week I run my errands. I choose if I have a half day off or a full day off. I choose when I go on vacation. And I never have to ask anybody for any of this, for permission. I decide when this happens. And my entire life, my whole entire schedule, the only thing I don't have a choice is when I have to go, when I have a court hearing, clearly. So that's like the one thing that's out of my control. When there's a hearing for the workers' comp crap, that's the one thing. But everything else, I choose everything else. What time I wake up, if I exercise, when I exercise, if I go for a walk, any of that. Vacations, days off, when I take my break, what time I eat my lunch. If I have 10 breaks, 1 break or 3 breaks. A 10-minute break or an hour-long break. All of that good stuff I choose for myself. It's all about freedom. I also have no commute. Oh, wait, sorry. I have to walk from the bedroom into the eBay room. That's my commute. I have no dress code. My throat is really dry. It's from all the listen Lindas. So my commute is basically walking from one room to the next. No dress code. I can take a shower and put makeup on and get dressed. Or I can throw my hair in a ponytail and wear absolutely no makeup and pajamas with holes in them and look like a homeless troll from under the bridge if I want. Doesn't matter. I have no dress code. I can be as disgusting as I want or as pretty as I want. It doesn't matter. I can eat and drink at my leisure whenever I choose. No one tells me that I can't have a drink at my desk. No one tells me when I get to go get coffee or if I can have water. I've had jobs like that where like you literally couldn't have any beverages or any water or anything unless you were on your break, which was at a specific time. And no. Actually, what are we talking about? Anyway, I can have coffee and a water and a soda if I want. So it's all about freedom. Basically, everything I do, I choose. But I do have to put in that hard work, guys. And I do have to have that mindset and the ability to kick myself in the butt and make myself get up every day and work. So I have to have, the ability to be my own boss and say, you have to work. But if you get all your work done, you can go work on your diamond dot paintings, or you can read your new Stephen King novel. I mean, none of them are new to me. I should say I've read every Stephen King book at least 3 times, but I do like to revisit them. But yeah, so you have the freedom. You can tell yourself, you have to work all day, but then you can do this. You know what I mean? All right, I'm going to catch up on the comments real quick, and then we're going to end the show. Because some are rare, some are new, some are unique, and some are only available on certain sides of the country, believe it or not. So there are some Squishmallows that you could only buy on the East Coast and some that you can only buy on the West Coast. Freedom is the number one thing for Donna too. Hey PT, welcome in. And I think I'm all caught up on the comments. So guys, if you think of anything later that you... Oh, there's one more. Not really, Ginger Tea. I don't like to do bundles on eBay because they don't really do that well. Oh my goodness. Jamie's in the house, everybody. Dun, dun, dun. Say hi to Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Are you in here because Keith's not on World of Warcraft with you yet? Anyway, now I'm checking on my water. Bundles don't really do that well on eBay. But sometimes occasionally, like if it's scrub tops or something like that. Now I'm joking. See, Jamie's bad luck. Yeah, Jamie's only in here trolling so that, because Keith and Casey aren't on World of Warcraft with him yet tonight. Anyway, back to the bundles question. Sometimes I will, but not really. I used to, but they don't do that well. So we have a sale in our store. If they buy like more than $25 worth of clothing, they get like 20% off or something. Thanks, Denise. Appreciate that. All right, guys, if you think of anything later that you didn't ask during the show, you can always tag me in our Facebook group. Make sure you're a member. I'm going to go get the link for you right now. It is a free to join Facebook group. It is an amazing group to be a part of. It's a very positive group full of really great people. Everyone in there is very positive, very helpful, and very encouraging. And we're doing the list challenge in there currently, so you can be a part of that. And there is still an hour left if you want to try to win a copy of the Plush guide. I am doing a giveaway in there to celebrate the fact that we reached 8,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel last week. And I'm not closing the giveaway until 9 o'clock. So if you want to join the group and be part of the giveaway, do the list challenge and all that. So, sorry, there's a troll in here and I had to block him. All right, so join the Facebook group. You can always tag me in there if you have questions. Hit the thumbs up before you leave. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Go be productive. Go make some money. And as always, thank you so much for joining us, spending an hour with me tonight. And thank you for the super chat. Earlier, I totally spaced out who that came from. I'm so sorry, but thank you for the super chat. I do really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all are the best. Bye.